No, I think so. We have not started yet. We'll start in 2 minutes. Shall I start? Please confirm, or we'll wait for a few more minutes.
2 minutes, sir. I will just give you an introduction and then we can start the session.
Sure. Thank you.
Welcome all and very good evening. I'm Harita, a volunteer of PMI Mumbai chapter, and I'll be hosting today's session. So let me give if anybody wants to ask questions, they can type in the chat box during the session. So let me introduce our speaker for today, Mr. Manish. Mr. Manish, he has more than 20 years of industrial experience as international corporate trainer and technical consultant. He has 12 plus years of training experience and has so far delivered training to 800 plus trainees, which includes corporate clients, educational institutes, Indian government, international clients, and so on. Mr. Manish is Microsoft specialist and Microsoft certified technologist. He has delivered 30 plus trainings on ChatGPT and Metaverse. He holds various certifications such as MCTS, MCITP, MCSA, MCP, AWS Certified System Operations Administrator, Associate, AWS Certified Big Data Specialty, Certified Ethical Hacker, and many more. He worked in Infosys Limited, Bangalore for 5 years. Also, he has worked as a trainer and technical consultant, data analyst, blockchain developer, IoT solution architect. He is part of Smart City implementation project from Government of India IoT consultant and part of technical interview panel Internet of Things, ChatGPT, data analytics, Power BI, blockchain, big data, Hadoop, data science, cloud computing, AI and ML. Mr. Manish, you can start. Hello.
Yes. Okay. So hi everybody. Hi everybody. Very good evening. I hope am I audible to you? Please confirm if my voice is clear to you and if you are getting everything without any disturbance. I hope all good. So please update in the chat box. All clear. Thank you so much, Prateek. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. Thank you, Suchitra. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And we are starting the session without any delay. So myself, Dr. Manish, and you can call me MJ. And so the today's topic is that how we can go for new leverage technology. So as we know that now the market is rapidly growing on, and we are having a lot of innovations. We are having a lot of implementation in the market. So like nowadays the everybody wanted to go for automation. Example is that if you're working on Excel or if you're working for any of the banking and finance sector, probably you wanted to reduce your daily work and what do you want that machine can do all the work automatically. Not only for one sector, even if I talk about my field, so always I think that how I can reduce my day-to-day job so that I will assign more work for the automation so that I will concentrate in a different types of sector. So in this case, we got a very good technology in the market, which is called artificial intelligence. So let me give you some of the basic idea about what is the AI, what is the machine learning, deep learning. Then we'll move to the ChatGPT. I will show you some of the demonstration how the ChatGPT will work, so that you will get more idea about the tools and topics, and from the technology as well. Okay. So the very first thing is that we need to be understand about the data. So data means collection of any information which is useful or not useful for us. This is called a data. So we are the member of many WhatsApp group. Everyone is sending a different types of message in the group. Some people they are sending the good morning, good noon, good afternoon every time. But some people they are sharing the like Happy Ganesh Chaturthi or some meaningful message as well. So WhatsApp is saying that they are not concentrate for good morning, good noon, or good evening, but they are looking out the keyword where you're talking about some of the business keywords, some of the political keyword as well. So they can filter your database and they can sell your database to the third party. So that is the power of database we have. So we are having three different types of database: the structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. And with the help of these database, we can process for the information as well as the knowledgeable data set. So overall, the meaning is that data is the new oil for everybody. If you know that how to convert a database in a data storytelling, or if you know that how to convert a database in some meaningful way, probably you can do whatever you want. So that is the power of database we have. So we do have different types of V's in the big data, like we have volume, velocity, varieties, variabilities, and all. So these V's are indicating that the strength of data, the processing of database, and how we can perform the database in a different types of segmentation. So depend upon the use cases, you can call the data and you can perform the database as per your input variable. So now the point is that we have a something called database analytics. Database analytics, the meaning is that how we can analyze the database in a more deeper way. So the question is that as a human being, if I want to perform some of the data analytics activity, so I need to think like a data scientist. Then only I can perform the data analysis operation. So nowadays we have Excel, we have Power BI, we have Tableau. So we are having a lot of tool in the market, and these tools we are using to perform the data analytics. So ideally, we are doing some data analytics with the help of some tools and technique. If I talk about data analysis with the help of Excel, so we should know that Excel formula, we should know that the pivot table, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and everything. And if I talk about the same thing for Power BI, so we should know that techniques as well. But nowadays the question is that if I want to
हाँ
perform the
हेलो
complete
सर,
data
मैंने फिर से
analytics,
लॉग इन किया, वो मेरा कैमरा और माइक
please mute. Okay. So like, always the question will come if I want to perform the data analytics or data science activity, or if I wanted to make some report, or if I wanted to perform some task in a very effective way, then how we can do that. So always we should think about the new or emerging technology. So we have very top technology in the market, which is called the ChatGPT. I hope you heard about it. Yeah. So ChatGPT is saying that whatever you wanted to search or whatever information you wanted to get it, no need to type in the Google, because once you type something in the Google, you will get so many response from the Google. And always we got confused which one is good or which one is not good for us. But ChatGPT is saying that whatever is correct or whatever response we have in my database, we can give you the same thing for you. So now, what is the ChatGPT? What is the prompt engineering, and what is the application for the ChatGPT? This is what we are discussing now. So ChatGPT is one of the advanced language model developed by the OpenAI. So OpenAI is one of the community. Inside, they got a support from different types of other companies as well, like we have Intel, Microsoft, IBM, and also. So they're pushing them to develop a tool which can work as a OpenAI. So it leverages the power of deep learning and natural language processing to generate the human-like text responsive in the different types of settings. So this says that if you're from non-technical sites, then no need to go for any of the technical components. But if you know how to write something in English, and one more benefit is that they are supporting the different types of regional language as well. Example is that if I'm looking out some email, but I don't know English, but I want to write the email in English, but I know the Hindi very well. So I can type in the chat GPT, एक मेल लिखना है मेरे मैनेजर को जहां पे मुझे चाहिए है हॉलीडे फॉर 2 days. So if I type something in a Hindi, so it will take my prompt and the chat GPT will convert the same thing in the English automatically. So these are the few benefits we are having to work with the chat GPT. Not only this, apart from this, if you're working as a Excel developer or MIS developer, and if you got some issues in the Excel macro, you can open the chat GPT, you can type your question, then accordingly you will get the answer. But the major thing is that, how to write the prompt. When you say prompt, so we have a different way to communicate to the user. Like example is that if I wanted to communicate with my boss or with my manager, I have a different tone. When I communicate with my my under employee or with my colleague, we have a different types of tone. So that tone, that methodologies be required whenever we talk about the ChatGPT component, and this is called the prompt engineering. So here the ChatGPT will excel in the understanding the user queries, providing the information and performing some more engagement activity in the interactive dialog box. It can be integrated with the various applications such as virtual assistants, customer support system, content generation platform, and all. So the meaning is that if you want, you can connect ChatGPT with MS Office, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, or even connect with the SAP or Oracle or any type of tool. Then you can get the flavor of that tool within the ChatGPT. So this can handle the any type of questions provided by the user, but only the limitation is that these answers or response should be available within the database. Not only ChatGPT can give the response to you. And apart from this, whatever response you're typing, they will search with the multiple language or multiple model as well. So how ChatGPT looks like, and this is what you can see on my screen. And here I have a ChatGPT window. So this one I have logged in with my account, with my Gmail account, and this is applicable for me. So total, we are having two different types of flavor for ChatGPT. So we are having ChatGPT 3 and ChatGPT 4. So which is called the 3.5 and 4. ChatGPT 3.5 is free for everybody, but only the limitation is that you cannot perform more advanced operation. But if you wanted to start with the ChatGPT, then 3.5 is okay for you. So once you're comfortable with the 3.5, then you can move to the GPT-4. GPT-4 will have the more advanced parameter. And apart from this, in the ChatGPT, we have option to upload the database file. So here you can see in my downside, I have one button. With the help of button, I can upload my database so that machine can understand, what type of point and what type of questions you're looking out. So this is what we have a ChatGPT window for us. And one more thing is that, this ChatGPT API, I can connect with any other tool depend upon the requirement, So if you want to connect with the Power BI, with the Excel, with the Word or PowerPoint or anything, you can do that. So if I will connect the ChatGPT with the PowerPoint, and if I write a single question, like I wanted to create a website, I wanted to create the PPT for 100 slides, and the topic is that artificial intelligence in sales. So the ChatGPT will search the content from the Google and it will put it in a way so that finally you will get one type of slide. So that is the benefit we are having to work with the ChatGPT and to work with the different types of component over here. So that is the window we have about the ChatGPT. Now in the ChatGPT, probably you can see this type of prompt. This prompt we have where you can get the chat history. Like, suppose yesterday I have typed anything. So how I can check with the help of chat history? We have a settings which can be customized, like, black and white customize you can do. And we can update the pro and the plus version as well. And we have a data control as well in the ChatGPT. So the ChatGPT one having 1.117 billions of parameter, GPT-4 having 1.5 billion, GPT-3 having 175 billion, and this one having 170 trillion parameter. When I say parameter, the meaning is that the machine is having this much of training. This is very similar. Like ChatGPT 1 is like the user where the age is 0 to 10 years. Like, we have very limited knowledge inside the brain. Then GPT-4 means 10 to 20. 3 means 20 to 30, and 4 means like 30 to 50. Like this, we can say. So this one having a more training data set so that you can perform more operations. So now here, what are the things we can do? Like here, we can write anything, whatever we are looking out in the ChatGPT. Example is that, let me show you some example how this thing will work. If I will write here anything, like let me type, uh, write an email to my manager, to my client. So see, this is what I have written in English. Write an email to my client and Mary payment लास्ट 45 डेज से नहीं हुई है. ठीक है. दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव रिटन. मैंने क्या लिखा? सो आई डिड दैट, राइट एन ईमेल टू माय क्लाइंट लाइक मेरी पेमेंट, यहाँ पे मैं लगा देता हूँ कॉमा, मेरी पेमेंट लास्ट 45 डेज से नहीं हुई है एंड डॉट टर्न हार्ड. Okay, then I will write or let me put it here in 100 words. Okay. And when I hit the enter, then ChatGPT will understand my point, what I'm trying to say. Then accordingly, it will write the email for you. So here, what is my prompt? The prompt is that write an email to my client. मेरी पेमेंट 45 दिन से नहीं हुई है. Tone is very hard in the 100 word. So this is the complete email which you got it from the ChatGPT. That is the benefit we have. So if you want, you can write in a Hindi or English, or you can write with other language as well. But make sure that that language should be support from the ChatGPT. And accordingly, you can type anything, you will get the output over that. So here, if I will write something that, like, let me write, केक कैसे बनाए in Marathi language. Let me run this. This is what we got it here. So everything, everything you will get it with the help of ChatGPT. Only the thing is that we required the topics. So like here I have given the question that like cake kaise banaye in Marathi language. So I got this thing. So machine will ask your feedback whether you are happy with the response or not. So when I say that I'm happy with the response, then they will take my response as an input for the next user. So if any other user will come, and if the same user will ask the same type of question, so always they will check that where we will get more positive points or more good feedback, and they will be sharing that information to the user automatically. So whatever we are writing here, like this is called the prompt. Okay. The prompt, if you want, you can change. So here we have an edit button. Click on the edit, and here you can write anything like, in Marathi language and in 100 or in 50 words like this. So here, whatever I have done, let me modify in this way. So it will customize the keyword depend upon my requirement. So this is called the edit button with the ChatGPT. So like this, we can use it. Okay, this is the one example we have. So like here, when you write the code, please write a welcome note for all the participants of the training on the ChatGPT in 50 words. So the machine can write a complete prompt for you. Then according to the prompt, you can perform the operation. As you are the part of PMI, as you're part of the project management team, so I'm sure that whenever you are doing some activity to how to handle the project or how to handle the team member, how to handle the client. So in that case, the ChatGPT can help you in a more effective way. So I have used the ChatGPT in various way. Like, whenever I want to write an email to my client, whenever, my daughter need my help to complete the homework, and for any of the difficult topic, I can take the help from the ChatGPT. Whenever I wanted to write any of the course content, any of the table of content, any of the course material, always I will take the help from the ChatGPT. Now, what are the limitations we have of the ChatGPT? ChatGPT will work only on the database which is available till September 2021 for ChatGPT 3.5. So if the data is not available, then you will not get the output. First thing is that. Second one is that ChatGPT will not work on the real-time data set. So because like if I will ask what is the weather outside, probably you will not get the output. But now these are the issues are not available in the ChatGPT 4. So this is that ChatGPT 4 you can connect with the real-time your account via the Google or Outlook, and then whatever question you will type, then if the question will contain some set of database, then it will bring the answer for you from the ChatGPT repository. Otherwise, it will search from the Google and will give you the more real-time output over that. So these are the few things we are having over here. Now, if I will ask the question, please find the number of this person and call him. So, of course, the ChatGPT will not give us the response to us. The reason is that this is not that much of the smart as of now. But in the future, these options will come. I hope you have seen one example in the Truecaller. So the Truecaller, they launch a new feature that where the machine can understand that who's calling to you, and machine can pick up the call, and machine can communicate with the customer automatically. So like the same feature, very soon we will get in the AI or within the ChatGPT component here. So we are having different types of, the AI-based chatbot or AI-based virtual assistants. Like we have the Google, like we have the Alexa, like we have the Siri. So the question will come, what is the difference we have? So the Google and ChatGPT is the same or different. So as I said that when you type something in the Google, you will get so many response. And to identify which response is good, it is a very tedious task. And so in this case, the ChatGPT is more effective. The Alexa is also searching the information from the Google. So Alexa will take the input from you, and Alexa will search in the Google, and as per the Google, you will get the response. So they are having some flavor of artificial intelligence. The same thing is available inside the Siri as well. So these are the three different things what I have, and these are the few competitor in the market for the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is the one. Second one, we have Google Bard. Google Bard is the new product from the Google, and this has taken the more property from the OpenAI like the ChatGPT. And third one, we have the Bing. The Bing is very interactive because the Bing is part of Microsoft, and we know that Microsoft is very old player in the market. Whenever the new things will come in the market, Microsoft always catch the item. Then accordingly, it will give us the operation to us. Now we heard a lot about the ChatGPT, like what is the news that AI. We have so many applications. So always we need to be very careful while taking the ChatGPT. And once you see this type of logo, this is the what we are having from the OpenAI. So ChatGPT is available in the mobile phone. If you want, you can download from the Google Play or the Play Store. So this symbol is required, to download. The reason is that we are having a lot of component. So please don't confuse in that way. So this is the basic idea we have how the ChatGPT will work. Now, next one, we have prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is a very common topic in the market. When we talk about the prompt engineering, then how we can communicate to someone. And this communication skills is called the prompt engineering. So prompt is the way of communicating and pass the relevant instruction to the model. And the prompt can be a sentence, a paragraph, even a series of questions. to guide the model behavior and guide it to the produce the desired output. So means how we are going to write the question. This is the major impact we required for the prompt. So we have a separate topic like how we can go for the prompt engineering. So example is that whenever we are writing the prompt, always make sure that you will try to add more constant and more possible via the prompt. This is because the AI loves constant and output generated with the result. So total we are having these 6 type of prompt. So we have instructional prompt, we have the conditional prompt, we have contextual, we are having the role, the iterative as well as the perfect prompt. When I say instruction prompt, the meaning is that where we can write to the machine, please write step-by-step instruction how to prepare a cake. Okay, yeah. Or we can give one of the scenario that imagine you are the professional chef and provide the detailed step-by-step instruction on how to bake a delicious and most chocolate cake that will impress my friend and family. So that machine will take the step-by-step instruction for you. This is called instructional prompt. Second one, we have conditional prompt where we can give a different types of condition that how to prepare a mouth-watering vegetarian paneer butter masala recipe that avoid to use any of the dairy product and ensuring that it equally creamy and flavorful. So like here, this is the conditions we have. So this is the task which I wanted to perform, but this is the condition we required. So if you're working as a programmer, if you're working as a developer, this is for you. Describe the step-by-step process for building a visually apply website only using the HTML and CSS and focusing on the clean code and responsive design. So the machine can take the instruction from the user, then machine can give the response to you. So this is what we have a conditional prompt over that. Next one is that we do have about conceptual. So here we can give some of the background information, some of the context to the machine, so that machine can understand your question in the better way. Then accordingly, it will give response to you. So like taking into the account that increasing the popularity of the electric vehicle and their impact on sustainability, discuss the environmental benefit and potential changes for the owning an electric car. So like here, once we give a context, then accordingly you will get the output. Then we have role. We can assign a role, and role means suppose you're the historian, share the fantasy effect about the incident like this, so that machine can take all the information and machine will assume that you're working as a guide and will give you the complete information, the step by step. Then we have iterative prompt. So build upon the response and the conventional to create the more coherent dialog box. And this is what we have a prompt over that. So probably how we can write the prompt, how we can do that. So let me share one example with you where we can use the ChatGPT with the help of Excel. So here you can see that I'm having one set of database. Let me take one of the small database. I have Flipkart India, just copy and or let me take Paytm data. I can take copy. In the Paytm data, I'm having a lot of files or we are having a lot of content as well. Let me copy only these contents so that you will get more idea. But if you want, you can upload multiple set of file and there should be no problem. Let me done this, click on file, click on save this PC, desktop. And here I will go for comma delimited file. Sample GPT is the name. Done. Now what I will do, now let me upload a Excel file into the ChatGPT. Probably you can see this button. Click on the button, click on desktop, and my file name was sample GPT like this. So when I upload this, you can see the machine got a complete set of database. So here the machine can understand what is the meaning of this data set. Machine knows very well what type of database we have over here. Okay. So here, if you want, you can perform some set of analytics. Example is that we have column called the order priority. Okay. So let me write a prompt. Print order priority where value is high. HIGH. Hit the enter. Yeah. So like here, you can see that I got a code over that. But if I don't want to write the code, So here I can write a normal question. Then accordingly to the question, you will get the output here. So like here, I prompt above data set. Yeah. So like this, we have the multiple options. Or if you're looking out any other thing, the machine can give a response to you. So this is the one example we are having here, and this is something which we require to perform the task. So you can give a database, you can perform the operation, then accordingly we have some more thing as well. Now here I'm having few different types of prompt, and these prompt normally we are using in the Excel if you're working on the Excel or any other tool as well. Like here, how to use the if function to perform the logical set and the return the specific result. How to use the sum and sum if function for the sum cells that meet specific criteria. Let me copy this, come back to the ChatGPT, hit the enter. So here the machine can give you the formula along with that example. So here we assume that particular set of range, and once you run this, then accordingly we'll get the idea. So here I'm having a lot of prompt. So as of now, I did approximate 15,000 plus prompt for a different types of languages. So I did the same prompt engineering for the Python programming, for R programming, for Excel, for Power BI, for Tableau, and for different types of entities as well. Like here, suppose I have this type of problem. Write the VBA Excel macro that looks the value in the cell C2 and find the worksheet with the exact name. Then create a PDF and save it to the same file location the Excel file is saved in. So this is the prompt we have. So that type of prompt we require to understand how the values can work for us. When I hit the enter, yes. So here you can see that the prompt, simply just copy the code and perform the task and do your job as well. Okay, this is the one example we have. So probably you have a question like, I'm giving so many benefit of the ChatGPT, then what about the database security? So if the company will use the ChatGPT internally, if the ChatGPT will take a database, then who's responsible for that? Am I right? Probably you have that type of question about the database security. So yeah, so of course the security is one of the major questions of ChatGPT, because we are doing some operation on the third-party machine, and probably they can capture my database. So there is a one solution. The solution is that if you want to use the ChatGPT, then always configure the ChatGPT within the company firewall, within the company premises. So whatever operations you are doing, that could be happen within the firewall network. And I came to know one of the example. Many companies they are going for the internal ChatGPT. Like tomorrow, probably the PMI will bring their own ChatGPT like a tool. So that ChatGPT only for searching the information from the PMI. So like suppose if you're looking out any of the course from the PMI, and you don't have a time to open the app, the website, and probably you're not getting more information on the website. So you have one mobile application which is connecting with the GPT only for the PMI. And once you search your question that I'm looking out this course from this time, or I'm available for this time, or I'm looking out this pattern, so automatically the machine can search from the PMI dataset, and you will get the output in your laptop. So this is very interactive, yeah. I came to know that this L&T probably soon they will launch their own ChatGPT only for L&T employee. So if you're applying for any of the leave, so no need to fill the form in SAP or in the Oracle. You can open the GPT. You can type, I want a leave from this date to this date, and this is the reason. So machine can write your email automatically. Machine can send your email to your manager, and the machine can send one of the carbon copy to you. So like you can see that the automation will bring it in our form. So nowadays the ChatGPT will bring a lot of innovations in the market. So apart from ChatGPT, we are having different types of contact detector. Like we have, GPT-4, we are having AI contact detector and all. So basically, what is the meaning of contact detector? So whenever we are developing something from the ChatGPT, and if the company having some policy to that, we cannot go for plagiarism, because See, if everyone will copy from the ChatGPT, then probably there should be no uniqueness. So the companies will go for the plagiarism checking. So for that plagiarism, you can do with the help of AI content detector. So this is the one example we do have in the market. So, so here many companies they use some tool for the plagiarism detector, and accordingly they can perform the task for us. So, like this, we have the example over here. So whatever you want, you can do that. Next one is that the ChatGPT can give us the more detailed description. It could be help us for the code generation, syntax and code correction, identifying the error, the code understandability, troubleshooting and bagging, and the best practices and the recommendations as well. Like here, if I can write the code that generate a Python code for addition of two number dividing for two number, here you can see that we got the output. Just copy the code, paste it in the desired, the console, then accordingly we'll get the output. Apart from this, it could be help you. What is the meaning of line one? What is the meaning of line two or line three as well? Next one is that, if you want to optimize the code, when I say code optimization, the meaning is that whatever code I have written, this code is long sustainable or not. So like, we can optimize via this way because I remember before this tool, whenever I want to optimize the code, then we are going for a different types of component as well. So like this, we have the example over here for the prompt engineering. Okay. Next one, we have something called language translation. This is also we can do with the help of ChatGPT because this will contain a lot of feature as well. Now, after this, we have one example which is called, generative AI. So what is the meaning of generative AI and how the generative AI is different via this way? Generative AI, the meaning is that how we can generate a content depend upon the requirement or depend upon the user behavior. This is called the generative AI. So in the generative AI, probably we can generate the value for the the cells, or like suppose if I wanted to write a question, can we generate more idea to impress the customer, or how to impress the customer if this is the behavior of my customer? Like this, we can get more idea with the generative AI. So we have very good example about the generative AI. So probably you know about the Bing. So the Bing is one of the browser from the Microsoft, and they have something called create images from the word with the AI. So they are supporting the Delhi E. So Delhi is one of the one of the we have the predefined the data set, and from the data set you can perform the task. Let me show you how this thing will work. If here I will write, okay, credit card design, design on Indian places, like this. Okay, when you click on join and create, so it will connect with my account and you will get the output within the fraction of second. So the machine is generating the result for me because my question is that credit card design on Indian places, or you can give any name. But they do have some policies, like this is the one example we have. So like that type of designs we have. If you want to regenerate, you can do that. This is up to your choice. Or let me give mm, invitation card based on Mumbai location. Okay, locations. Let me click create me. So it is going to be generated the image with the help of generative AI from the input which is provided by the user. So this is something you can see. So the invitation card based on the Mumbai location. So this is what we have. So you can copy, you can share, like, this is the information we have like this. Like this we have. But again, the limitation is that I cannot write the question Salman Khan and Amitabh Bachchan is fighting. Let me click on create. So like, here you got a message that the prompt has been blocked. our system automatically flag the prompt because it may conflict with our content policies. More policy violations may lead to the automatic suspension of your access. So this is the one example we have. So the meaning is that they are following some traditional approach as well. And this is that, if something is not permissionable, you cannot do that. So, of course, that is also true. Otherwise, people, they can get the benefit in a different way. And this might be not impactful for the society. So always they're very concerned about how the people they can use the chat GPT, generative AI or prompt engineering. If something is happening in the wrong side, so this might be more impact in the business way as well. So we do have a lot of example like here. If I just click on the surprise me without giving any of the text or any of the input, then it could be generated sample image or sample content for me. So a mirror, a mounting is standing on the data set, light blue and pink and spiral like this. And that is what we have within the surprising me. So automatically, so whatever you want to give or whatever you want to design, you can do that. This is up to your choice. And as of now, they're giving 100 credit for new account. So you can create the free account from Microsoft email services like we have Outlook, like we have the Hotmail. You can use any of the email, create the account. You can type the questions with the help of generative AI. You will get a very effective result as well. So these are the few things we are having over that from the generative AI, prompt engineering, and ChatGPT. So what you can do like here, suppose you belong to the sales and marketing. So you can try to get 10 to 15 different types of prompt. Try to type in the ChatGPT and try to check the output. And you can just give the prompt of the questions which you're facing on daily basis. So in the future, you will get more idea that how we can implement it. Apart from this, just make some design with the help of generative AI, or you can give your idea that that type of plan you have to impress your customer, or that type of strategies you have that how to give the presentation to the customer. Then the chat GPT or generative AI can guide you how to follow the things step by step. So on the same context, we are having a lot of examples in the market. So the question come that if I wanted to go for ChatGPT or generative AI or prompt engineering, only this thing is required, or we should know something else as well. Because in the future, we are going for MS Excel automations, we are going for Google Sheet automation, and we are going for a lot of component as well. So the ChatGPT you can configure with the Excel, you can configure with the Power BI, you can configure with the PowerPoint or Excel as well. And whatever task you are doing with the separate sheet, you can do it with the help of that application. Now, one more point is that, what are the other stuff we should know that which can be impactful for our day-to-day job, or which could be more impactful in a different types of component. So like here, these are the few things which we require to understand when you're going for different types of innovations in the market, or if you want to design or develop your own set of database within the premises. So I hope you heard about these technologies in the way. So when we talk about digital transformation, then these are the technologies are having very strong relation with the OpenAI and ChatGPT. The first thing we have IoT or industrial IoT. So IoT, the meaning is that how we can collect our database from a different types of sensor. So we have two different types of sensor. One is that the historical database. Second one, we have real-time database. So from the historical database, they have designed some tool like a ChatGPT. But if you wanted to go for the real-time database, then we required the industrial IoT. Then we should know that about the cloud computing, green computing, quantum computing. So how to keep this IoT-based database into the cloud premises of cloud environment. And the next one is that how to convert these database in some meaningful, impactful with the help of big data warehousing, and data mining. After that, how we can perform the prediction forecasting with the AI, machine learning, and deep learning. Then how to combine together, we have something called Web 3.0. Next one, we have robotics process automation. So RPA is one of the powerful tool which could help us to the user to perform the automation. Like we have Excel macro, like we have UI path, like we have automation anywhere on the same way we can perform. ChatGPT for different types of automation work. Then we have argument reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. How we can display the item which is not real, work as a real machine. Then finally, how we can provide the security and transparency with the blockchain. And when we combine all the industrial topic together, which is called the Industry 4.0. So now here, let me show you one example. And in this example, we can call complete concept from the IoT, cloud computing, big data, ChatGPT, generative AI, and many more things. And here, I want your input as well, like, what do you think about this example and what type of innovations you wanted to add? So let me take a very common example, very real-time example from our society. This is the one example we have from the school. So in this example, I'm using this industrial IoT because we have IoT based camera. Then I use the data analytics as well as the machine learning. And finally, we have the behavior analysis for the sentimental analysis. So here the machine will check that total the count of the boys, the count of the girls. Activity means they are talking, they are walking, they are running, they are what they are doing. And this is called sentimental analysis, so that how we can analyze the sentiments of the student. As a teacher, always my duty is that everyone should be happy in my class. So then if I don't know that of their happiness, it could be very difficult for me. Now the interaction of the teacher is happy, unhappy, like the what is the activities, and teacher is present or not present. So all these value could be changed automatically with the help of industrial IoT, with the help of cloud, with the help of AI, machine learning, deep learning, and many more things. So now here I can use the blockchain for the giving the security of database, and the major thing is that I can use the chat GPT. So again, the chat GPT is not only writing the prompt in a laptop in the application. So in the future, you will get the chat GPT where you can communicate with the voice, or with the other way as well, like how we have Amazon Alexa and all. So when you communicate to the machine can pull your data, and the machine can keep these database somewhere in the email and write. Example is that when I ask a question, how to prepare a cake, and please send the recipe to my email, and this is my mail ID. So the machine can do same task for you, or machine can do the same job for you. So I have very good example which is very similar to it, but very soon they are trying to add the ChatGPT in this example. This is the example from the Denver airport. So Denver is somewhere in the UK, and this says that whenever the people they are traveling from the airport and they are not communicating to each other, so they have designed one robot which can communicate to the user with the help of NLP, which is called natural language processing. And as of now, they are connecting with the artificial intelligence, but very soon they're trying to connect with the chat GPT or prompt engineering as well. So whenever the machine got a prompt, then accordingly the robot can give response to the user. One of the very innovative steps in the market. And if I talk about the India point of view, so many of the leading bank, I heard about ICC Bank and HDFC Bank, they already working on generative AI and chat GPT, and very soon they can give this type of the example to you. If I talk about the educational institute, they already adopting all these new technologies to give the more insightful from the education. If I talk about the government agencies, so they're following this open AI or artificial intelligence to track the behavior of the user and the financial record. If I talk about the example of income tax department, ITR, so whenever you're filling the ITR form, in the backend, they are having a lot of data science algo. And with the help of ChatGPT, they can give the response to the this GST inspector. Like, one GST inspector, he got a lot of form from the user, and it's very difficult to check them manually. So they have designed the internal chat GPT, but this chat GPT is applicable within the income tax department. So whenever he write a question, then accordingly he got an answer from the chat GPT internally. You can have a look of this example. This is one of the very the interesting example for us.
That's a little too close for comfort, lady. Oh, damn.
I think sound is coming. If not, let me reshare again. 1 minute. Sound done.
That's a little too close for comfort, lady.
Oh, damn.
What, you never seen a talking gargoyle before? Welcome to Illuminati headquarters. I mean, Denver International Airport.
This is awesome.
Hello? Do I know you?
Are you hungry?
Oh, I'm starving. You got anything for me? Those flowers look delicious.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy.
Oh, it's because of the conspiracy. Look at me. I'm a little know-it-all. Will you get back over here? I got a question about this conspiracy. Did you have to buy an extra seat for your hat, sir? Sir, are you stealing a desk? Sir, you have resting, confused face. Do you have a favorite animal or pet?
A caterpillar?
A caterpillar? Wouldn't you rather have a gargoyle?
No!
Yes. You know, you can actually put the phone down and have a conversation with me. But no, I'm a millennial. I've got to post it. I've got to snap face it and Twitter book it. Excuse me, miss, I've got a stain that needs some polishing. Can I borrow your cleaning cart?
Oh, no!
I need your help. Guess what my favorite food is?
What?
No, I want you to guess.
Human?
Cumin. Yes, I love cumin.
I said human.
Oh, I thought you said cumin. I'm a real big spice guy. Furry hat guy, I can't believe you are wearing one of my friends.
Hey, this isn't your friend.
It used to be until you put it on your head, man.
How old are you?
Well, 243 years old now. I look good for my age, don't I?
Yeah, you work out.
All the time. You should see my squats.
You're such a sweet talker.
Will you take me back home with you?
Let's go. I have some space in my backpack.
Actually, I think you have too much baggage for me.
Okay, this is the one example we have. Inside we can discuss a lot of about the generative AI, prompt engineering, and the ChatGPT as well. So in this way, I'm closing the session now, and we do have a lot of discussion. Once you come in the way, so we have a lot of use cases where we can discuss about the IoT. We have discussed about the ChatGPT, the use cases, and specifically to the industry type as well. So only the advice to you that once you have free time, you can create your account in the ChatGPT. You can write different types of prompt and perform the operations, and then accordingly we'll get more idea. So we have ChatGPT, which is officially available for everybody, and we have Google, we have Microsoft Bing, from where you can go for the generative AI, and we have one more option for the prompt engineering as well, which is applicable in both the tool. So thank you so much, everybody, and please ask if you have any questions, any doubt. I'm happy to help you out. I'm sure that probably you have a lot of questions. Yeah, I got a few questions here. Generated images are violating any copyright as we can use without any issues. Yes, you're right. So Rajshekhar ji, I have created the image from the generative AI. Probably somebody else in some other location, he also doing the same thing. So because of that, we have the plagiarism. So whenever, see, the best advice is that whenever you submit a report from the generative AI, always give the reference name. That's I took from the ChatGPT or I took from the Bing. So there should be no legal issues for you. And what is the possibilities of that in the ChatGPT? See, the error will come once somebody give the wrong result. Example is that if I talk about a very common example, don't take me personally. If I talk about the China, if tomorrow the China will launch their own ChatGPT, so they will give more biased data sets, which can be favorable to the China. Am I right? Yeah. So these type of issues will come. Otherwise, whatever information you're giving to the ChatGPT, it can give the result to you. Yeah. How to make sure that we are not totally dependent on the ChatGPT? Okay. See, this is depend upon your choice. Like like if you're doing a lot of work in your day-to-day job, and if you feel that you can take some help, like anyways we are taking some help from the Google, so on the same way you can take some help from the ChatGPT. That's good for you. But again, as of now, ChatGPT is free for us, so we are using without any limitations. But tomorrow if they're putting some charge, probably we need to reduce the ChatGPT. So my suggestion is that don't go for fully for the ChatGPT. You can take some help from the Google, take some help from the ChatGPT, because ChatGPT will give the result as per the historical database. But sometimes these information also wrong as well. So like, I face many issues when we are doing some programming. So I can get a code from the ChatGPT in 2 minutes, but troubleshooting that code took me the 2 hours. So that is the problem we have with the ChatGPT. Uh, isn't hacking more prone due to the ChatGPT? No, not like this. The reason is that when we talk about the hacking and all, we require the different types of tools and techniques. So ChatGPT majorly for a database, huh? But what you can do that? I can search in the ChatGPT how to hack somebody account. So ChatGPT can give you the step-by-step process or how to make the duplicate currency. So you will get the answer. But again, the ChatGPT is not a human, like, there is no brain inside of it. So ChatGPT can give a result, whatever is available inside the data set. If you feed the wrong result, you will get the wrong output. If you feed the right result, you will get the right output. So something in that way we have. So again, this is the new topic in the market. So many research are going on, and might be this will take 1 or 2 years to establish in the market, and probably will get more benefit and you will get more enhancement in the ChatGPT. Yeah. So thank you so much and all the best. You can use the ChatGPT generative AI prompt engineering. Do write an email to PMI team so that I can help you out if you required anything. So if you want this the presentation or the course material or any other documentation, do let me know. We'll share with you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manish, for this wonderful and knowledgeable session on ChatGPT. It is really useful session because we came to know how ChatGPT works, and it was more like looking into magic. So this is a very useful and fun session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Sir, on behalf of PMI Mumbai chapter, I'd like to present a certificate to you. I'll be sharing my screen.
Sure.
Sir, you will receive this soft copy in mail in few days.
No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. And a feedback link is provided in the chat box for all the participants to give your feedback. PDU claim code is also provided in the chat box. Please avail the PDUs. For this 1 hour session, the PDU will be 1 PDU for this session. Thank you everyone for joining this session, and thank you Mr. Tushar for your commitment in conducting this session. Thank you, sir, once more for this wonderful session. Thank you everyone. The session ends now. Thank you. Bye.